Welcome back. This is, as far as I know right now, the final video in this little series about the fears that people have when they come to the Mace Energy Method. And this last one, I feel like I've really saved the best for last because this was inspired by a conversation between Gary Turner and Christophe Lorette. And I will link their conversation in the comments, in the description, even below this video, because it's really, really worth a watch. If you're a conscious leader, if you know that there is much better we can be doing on this planet in terms of leadership and how we're leading businesses and cultures, then you're really going to want to listen to that conversation between Gary and Christophe. And so I'm borrowing, thanks to Christophe, an amazing, amazing insight that he shared in that conversation, and which really fine-tuned something which I knew at some level, but oh my goodness, when he articulated it, it was like, oh my God, that is just so true. Because for a long time, what I've said is that the Mace Energy Method attracts two core types of people: people who are desperate and people who are courageous. It's desperate, of course, because when we feel desperate, we're like, blooming heck, just give me something that's going to make me feel better. Like, please, just do something. I cannot keep living like this. So of course, there are loads of people attracted to all sorts of solutions around the world from that place of desperation. Been there, done that, because it's like, I literally cannot keep living with this. I cannot keep going with this. The other type of people this attracts are the courageous people, because they're the ones who say, I'm not desperate. I'm not on my knees. Things aren't falling apart. They're not terrible. But I do want to choose to make things better. I want to create a different life. I want to go from bumbling along and kind of trudging along or just coasting along. I want to amplify. I want to do more. I want to do better. I want to consciously choose a better feeling life and a better creating life. So these two broad types of people who get attracted to this work and to really to any change work, the desperate and the courageous. But what Christoph shared in this conversation really amplifies that courageous element so much. Because what he said in that conversation is that the reason it takes courage for us to do something like this and to actually start changing our lives towards alignment is the fact that the minute we start taking steps in this direction, if we discover we are not aligned, we are then left with two choices. So let's say things feel a bit rubbish, things feel off, things feel out of alignment. So you, at some level, you know you want to do something about that. But there's this other part of you that is holding you back. There's another part of you that's like going, I don't know if I kind of want to do that, but do I want to do that? I think I want to do that, but do I want to do that? This part that's holding you back. Because this part of you knows full well you want to be aligned. Like the truth of who you are, you know that you want to feel more aligned. It feels blooming awesome feeling more aligned. You know that's your natural state. But this, what is frankly a negative identity that's pulling you back, that's going, oh, but do I want to be aligned? Do I actually, do I want to even open that can of worms? Back to my delightful can of worms analogy. Do I want to open that can of worms? Because we know that if we open that can of worms, there are two things that we're going to become aware of. We either find out we're not aligned in our life, in our work, in our relationships, and then we're going to have to do something about it. Or the second is that we find out we're not aligned and we don't do anything about it or think that we can't do something about it and we're stuck now with the knowing that we're not aligned, but still having to do the job, live with the person, engage with that other person while consciously aware that this is out of alignment. So, two potential outcomes. One is that I'm now aware I'm misaligned and I've got to do something about it, or I'm aware I'm misaligned and oh my God, I've now just got to swim in this mucky water, aware of the fact that this is not alignment for me. And both of those are the holding back part. They are both, in fact, traits of a negative identity, or negative identities plural. They're not the real you. The real you would never be even contemplating that question or that conversation. They are traits of negative identities that are saying, oh, do we want that? Do we want to step towards this? Because, oh, if I find out I'm misaligned, I'm either going to have to do something about it to get into alignment, and that could be uncomfortable. I might have to make some difficult choices. I might have to make some uncomfortable moves. Oh, do I want that? Or do I want it? Because if I find out I'm misaligned and I don't make the moves, now I'm just in the mucky water, realizing I'm not actually aligned to that mucky water. Oh, that feels really uncomfortable too. Oh, do you know what? That all just feels really uncomfortable. I'm just not gonna go towards it. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna ignore the part of me that's saying get aligned, and I'm just gonna stay here in this mucky water, blind to the fact that I'm misaligned, swimming in the muck, just la 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 la, can't hear you, la 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 la. That's literally what happens. And hence why people don't consciously choose to move forward and do something to improve their lives. Unless there's that courage to go this route and follow that knowing in you, which is the truth of who you are, saying yes to alignment. Yes, 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 I want more alignment. That's the truth of who you are. And sometimes it feels like it takes courage to go that route because it feels like you're going against this part of you that's holding you back, this negative identity that's holding you back, saying, oh, no, because what if we find out we're not aligned? Don't like it. Don't do it. It's the courage of the real you that has you actually take the step forward and do something to change your circumstances and change your situation, change how you feel. And the reason I love the Mace Energy Method so much for this is because it removes literally all of this that makes it feel like such a problem. The Mace Energy Method just removes all of that because that is all traits of negative identities. Remove all that, you're back in charge. You're the real you. You're going to make the moves that are right for you. You're going to make the choices that are right for you. You're going to make the decisions that are right for you. You're going to do it in a way that feels right for you because that's your natural design. That's you in alignment. You in alignment just feels good. You in alignment doesn't have doubts and questioning and oh, what if and what will they think and what does that mean and what does that mean for like 5, 10, 20 years time? Oh my God, what will happen? And it doesn't, the real you doesn't bring back events from the past and go, oh, but remember when that happened last time? Remember what they did and what you did and how that ended up? And oh, do you really want to go that route? No, none of that. The real you meets what's here now, decides what's right and aligned for you, and makes the moves in alignment with that. This decision, that choice, that move, that feels good for me. That's what you're here to do. You are here to live your life and dreams. Not disrespectfully to others. That's also not the real you. The real you is full of respect and honesty and integrity and love and connection. The real you fully understands that not everybody's on the same journey as you, but that doesn't mean that that involves any disrespect. It's just different. The real you, back in charge of you in your life, is living your life, enjoying your life with your decisions and your choices and your beautiful way of ending things or changing direction or pivoting or whatever it is you want to do. The real you does that from honesty, integrity. And so much of this, honestly, so much of this I've seen for me just happens naturally unfolding. If you've got kids, if you've seen them grow through their years as they've changed and evolved and they've picked up hobbies or habits and they've put them down again and then they've found another passion and they've picked that one up and they've changed friendships, and it's just a natural human thing for these movements to happen. So much of what changes on the back of removing the negativity is just that natural forward movement, that evolution. It's not even a big thing for a lot of it. As I've said in a previous video, a lot of it just goes quite quietly. Changes happen quite quietly, quite naturally, quite like unobviously. Unobviously in terms of like big drama. It's just because it's so obvious to you. Well, of course I'm going to do this thing because that just feels so right for me. It's so obvious. It's not even worth a conversation. So, for this fear of what if I find out I'm not aligned, the source of that doubt and that uncertainty and that questioning, it's negative identities that are causing that. They are not the real you. Remove them, back in the real you, back in charge. You make the choices and the decisions that are right for you. That's actually what you want for your life. So, as always, a choice. Keep feeling this stuff, looping around the same doubts and questions and uncertainties, or choose what's right for you. And to do that, as I've said before, the fastest, most efficient, most effective way I've ever found to do that is this, the Mace Energy Method. When you're ready for that, I so look forward to meeting you.